Hey guys, Graham here. So earlier this week I got to go to Chicago and walk around some of my favorite neighborhoods, and I figured while doing that I should maybe document it so I can share my experience and show off some of the best stores that I found. By no means am I saying this is a conclusive list of the best shopping in Chicago, but I figured I would share some spots that are both well and not so well known, and hopefully give you an idea of where you might want to go in your future visit. If you enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a comment, like it, and click the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot as a small creator. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first store I checked out was the Levi store on Michigan Avenue. The pair in particular that I wanted to check out was the 150th anniversary pair of 501s. I really enjoyed the hardware details and the selvedge inseam with the special 150th anniversary text. I tried on the denim, although it was hard to gain an understanding of how they would fit due to their shrink to fit process. At Sawada Coffee, I really enjoyed the throwback to the Supreme punching bag. The drink I got was the matcha military latte, which I thoroughly enjoyed. The Sovereign storefront had an excellent presentation of some of the most popular brands today. This was my first time getting to see Wales Bonner in person. I'm a big fan of the 70s aesthetic behind the brand, and it was nice to finally get to see the quality of each product. Some of the brands that could be found on the clothing rack included Marni, Greg Lauren, and Issey Miyake. I really enjoyed the set of denim from Our Legacy, as the combination of distressing and wash made them very interesting. As I haven't bit the bullet and embraced my inner centaur with the tabbies, I always enjoy glancing at the Maison Margiela selection, as I find there's often something for everyone. Am I the only one that feels like the rise of ERD was completely artificial? It used to sit on sale racks, 70% off, never selling, and now it seems like every archive page is trying to make it the next Raf Simons. I'd really love to get your thoughts about this in the comments below. I've always loved 11 by BBS Solomons, but I've never been able to justify the hefty retail price. I love that the brand is seamlessly able to combine artisanal dyeing methods with something as fun and outdoorsy as a hiking shoe. I love that you can dress it up or dress it down depending on what you're feeling. Between the two indigo ones, the Bomba 5 is my favorite. Right next to the Solomons, there was an array of clothing that all had a sort of techwear, gorpcore vibe to it. I really enjoyed this section of the store, as there was a clear and careful curation to it. While I would never wear it, Alik's denim really interests me, and I would love to see the distressing process behind it. This cow leather bomber from Rick Owens looks absolutely terrifying, as if it's from a horror movie, but I think it's simultaneously stunning. Although I didn't get it, this Wales Bonner zip-up really spoke to my taste. I thought the kintsugi wall was such an interesting architectural feature of the hotel. In Wicker Park, the first store I went to was the newly renovated St. Alfred. Unsurprisingly, one of the main things that attracted me to the store was their wide selection of Visvim. They had both some of the more lesser known footwear models along with the classic FBTs and Virgils. They also had a wide range of the clothing. One of my favorite things with seeing Visvim in person is getting to see the more minute details on each piece that you would never see in pictures online. These interior panels sewn onto the Four Winds coat are a perfect example of that. I think the 3/4 cut sweatshirt offerings from Visvim are really interesting and a great sweatshirt to wear in the summer when it gets cool at night. This is the M Plus Crash edition of that. Another brand which St. Alfred had was Acronym, which is amazing to play with and see all the functionality of the garments. Mild Blend had a great assortment of everyone's favorite heritage brands. I thought the texture of this rough out leather on the Ironheart Type 3 jacket was absolutely mesmerizing, and will only look better as it develops a patina over time. Here you can see some of the denim options they have from Ironheart. They also have an amazing selection of Beams Plus. The last part that really interested me was their selection of Studio de Artisan, one of the original Osaka 5. I've always wanted one of their mud-dyed Western shirts. Next up, I walked a couple blocks to get to Independence. At Independence, they had a great selection of Kapital, engineered garments, Orslo, Warehouse & Co., and even some upcoming brands like Harago. The energy there was great, and I spent at least an hour talking to Icky, who was running the register. We chopped it up about Kapital. He showed me some of his Century denim that he'd repaired. He's incredibly talented, and I'll make sure to include his @ in the video so you can go look at some of his mending. He also makes amazing artwork. This Kapital Naragi was top notch, and I really liked the patchwork done on it. Here you can see a selection of the Kapital offerings along with a shelf of engineered garments, Orslo, and All We Remember pants. The final store I went to was Alcala's Western Wear. My two favorite brands they offered were Wrangler and Pendleton, but they had a surplus of Levi's. I also enjoyed the walls of cowboy boots across the back of the store. Last but not least, I went to a Nobu for the first time. My favorite things from the menu were the yellowtail jalapeno, wagyu dumplings, and black cod miso. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any thoughts about what I could do better in the next one, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always trying to make my content better, so any sort of criticism is welcome. Once again, if you didn't have the chance before, you can like the video and subscribe. They help out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.